Fuck, it's dead. I really wanted to smoke this on camera. This right here is a Japanese kasuri. If you looked on my bookshelf, you would find a plethora of books on the samurai and Japanese culture and history. I'm Flip the Angry Asian. Do I look Asian? To most people, no. I'm Filipino. As Carlos Mencia says, the Mexican of the Asian community. And yet, I'm looking at all these things Japanese. Does that mean that I'm trying to be extra Asian? Or maybe does it mean that I genuinely like these things? Many of you fuckers would say no. But I actually genuinely like these things. It's done a lot of help for me in my life. But enough about that. Let's talk about what this video is about. Fake people. Fake people. Why are they fake? Usually because they want to feed off the sympathies and the thoughts of opinions of others. Why? Because to them it's a power trip. Let me give you an example. These people who cut themselves, and the first thing they do is if you want to talk to them, hey man, what's up? Not now, man. Shit's going down. Sends picture of their wrists. Really? Really? Shit's going down. Maybe you should talk about those things. Okay, here's a big difference between the people who actually have problems with cutting and the people who do it for attention. The people who do it for attention are the ones who are always like, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. They want to feed off the goddamn sympathy of other people. The people who hide that shit as much as they possibly can, those are the people who genuinely have a problem. I know people of this nature. Okay, here's another thing. The LGBT groups that are rising. Gays and lesbians and trannies are currently being activists. They're going through the same shit that Martin Luther King went through, just not near as bad. Now, given that, people want to look at that. They want to feed off the sympathy. So a lot of people are going to come out and claim to be LGBT without actually being LGBT. It's a goddamn fad nowadays to claim that you're something like that. Some people will go so far as to perform gay acts. Some people will go so far as to dress like women. Why? Because they love the sympathy. They like the idea of people are going to be there and pretend to care. Because a lot of people, they're just pretenders. And I'll elaborate on that here in a moment. Simply because they want the sympathy involved. You fuckers are ruining the LGBT activism altogether by not really being that. Why not go and show support as a supporter of LGBT rather than claiming to be it? Oh wait, you want to feed off the sympathy too. You want to jump on the goddamn bandwagon. Like these fuckers who went Kony 2012. Does anybody remember Kony 2012? Do you? You probably don't. Okay, a few years back, well actually more like a few months now that I think about it, probably a year back, this guy came out with this documentary, Invisible Children, where he went to Africa and started asking about soldiers and all this other shit like that, trying to prove that Joseph Kony is this evil, terrible guy. And he was. But then soon afterwards, there was a bunch of videos coming out, yeah, Kony's been dead. But that's not the really big problem there. The big problem is so many people, they didn't donate shit. They didn't do any activist shit. They claimed Kony 2012 on their goddamn Facebook page. And then the day came around where they were supposed to do all the super activist shit because Kony, well, the guy who funded the whole documentary shit, wanted the U.S. to have military action against Kony, Joseph Kony. They forgot all about that shit. The day we were supposed to do that shit, I was the one going, hey, does anybody remember Kony 2012? At least 15 people that I knew personally went, what the hell's Kony 2012? Fucker, you were going around saying Kony 2012. You donated $5 fucking to the cause. And you don't know what the shit that is? Funny part about that is less than a month after he posted the documentary that went super viral, he was running around San Diego, naked, jacking off all over things. Where do you think that song from South Park came from? Jackin' it, jackin' it, jackin' it, came from? But the mass majority of these fakers are people like my brother. My brother, from the last 2 years of middle school all the way till today, he's been in the Army for almost a decade, has done nothing besides copy everyone else. All the way through high school up until he met his now wife, who's trying to be a prep. Oh, my buddy bought a motorcycle. I need to buy one too. My brother likes motorcycles. I gotta get one before he does. Yeah, I like bikes. Sport bikes, motherfuckers. Knees bent over, leaning on that motherfucker. That's what I want, but I don't have the money for that shit because of fucking economy. And I'm jealous. He tried to be a prep. Was he a prep? No, he didn't have the nice cars or the nice things or whatever, whatnot. He would beg Dad for money for these things. He would ask Dad why he didn't get these things. Why? Because my father wanted him to work for shit. Because that's how his father taught him. Me? 99% of the things I own, I work for. The only thing I don't own is this house. The bookshelf, my dad built that for me. Damn near everything else I have, every book on my bookshelf, I fucking bought myself. That damn thing's full, aside from one shelf. That's where I keep my decorations. He meets his wife, a cowgirl, a real, genuine, true-to-God cowgirl. Rides horses, and has more firearm experience in her first 4 years of her life than my brother had in his entirety. And he's done like 4 or 5 different tours in Afghanistan. And now he's trying to be country. I questioned him on that when he came up with his wife. Oh, he got a looker. Mr. I only bang 9s and 10s, yet brings home 4s and 5s. Which shocked me. Apparently she saw something in him that I did. But him dressing up all hickerbilly when he's nothing of the sort annoyed the shit out of me. You're not country, you're quasi-country. You have family members that are really true to God country. You? The only country thing that you would ever do is you'd go out deer hunting. That's it. Other than that, there's not a country bone in your fucking body. But I digress. Fact of the matter is, fake people do it because they want to feed off the sympathy of others. They want to feel like they belong in something, rather than wanting to be their own person. A lot of fakers will pretend to have a view and opinion on something, but genuinely, they're doing it just to feel like they belong. I can give you plenty of examples. The Bible thumpers, that's one of them. The evolutionists, that's another one of them. You got 2 groups of people who fucking hate each other, and the vast majority of the people who agree with that shit don't know a damn thing about the actual sciences and beliefs about it. Because they want to feel the sympathy. They want to feel like they belong in something. But I've ranted for 8 minutes on this shit, and I'm done. I want your views and opinions on the matter. I want to know what you think. I want you to like, subscribe, and comment if you agree with anything I said in this video. Have a good day.